We often hear this term called negative emotions. Now, what are these? Our emotions are emotions. Depending upon whichever situations and circumstances that we face, they emerge up. And why are they negative? They are emotions. Why is it called negative and positive? When we say something negative, there is definitely something positive, and then we give a weightage to the positive more than the negative. But the fact is, whether it is positive or negative, they are emotions. And there are emotions. It's important that we accept them because they are emotion and we stay with them and let them go when they finish their course. Now, why are these emotions are called negative emotions? That's because when it remains for a longer period of time with you, they do cause a lot of repercussions in terms of your physical and mental health. They have a negative effect. That's why they're called negative emotion. Whereas when it comes to positive emotion like a joy, happiness, laughter, all these have a positive effect on you, which keeps you more vibrant and happy. So that's why they're called positive emotion. Otherwise, all the emotions that we experience are related to our circumstances and the situation that we face, and they are our emotion. They cannot be termed in terms of being negative or positive, because the moment we say negative, we tend to avoid them, we tend to suppress them, we tend to withdraw from them, and all of these skills which we try to when we try to deal with them is very unhealthy. This itself is making this whole emotions negative. The way we cope up with them are making them negative. So I would suggest, or I recommend many of my patients, when I deal with them, not to call them a negative emotions. They are your emotion. It's like you're calling your own child good or bad. They are your emotions, rather than terming them like this, because they do have a negative. We understand how do we cope with them. The most of the time, these emotions are coped up in a very unhealthy way. First and foremost, we try to suppress them because we don't like them. We don't like getting angry, we don't like getting sad, we don't like the anxiety that comes up with it, and hence we suppress them. That itself should not be done. Second important or second coping mechanism which we usually do is withdraw from them, we ignore them. And that's how, when finally it finds its outlet one fine day, when you're not able to cope up with all of them so much, it bursts out like the anger which comes up so badly that you become abusive and you start using violent ways to express them. So if you suppress them, if you ignore them, they're going to come back. Because these emotions are telling you something important about yourself. Understand, know, and get the changes that will make you more stronger. So, withdrawing, suppressing, and dealing with them in a very negative way, in terms of not experience that emotion there and then itself, and trying to get into a very happier zone. So the substance abuse happens because of that. I am not able to deal with the stress I'm dealing with, and hence I take an outlet. I take a way which can make me feel that it doesn't exist when actually it exists. So all the substance abuses and the ways we try to cope up with them for a time being does make you addicted to them, because then you're experiencing it doesn't exist. So understand that withdrawing, suppressing, going through a method which can distract you from this will not help you in the long run. These emotions are circumstantial. It has occurred right now, right here, because of this situation, and it will go as soon as the situation is done. So it's temporary. And if it is not temporary and it is coming up again and again, you got to look inside and see what is that unmet need of yours. What is that relationship problems, or the problems in the relationship? What are your coping skills with these kind of emotions that are making them come again and again? They are telling you something about you, and it's important that you listen to them and see yourself and develop a coping skills which will make you more emotional, your emotion resilient. You are resilient enough and you will not go through this. There are people who are able to deal with the same stresses in a very beautifully smiling way. So understand that you can either change the situation you're dealing with it, or you can know assertive way of communication, or you change the way you're thinking about the whole stress. The stress is same for everyone. The way you're coping with it, the way you're thinking, the way you're able to express, that's where the difference lies. And if we all learn this, this is what the emotions are trying to make you. They're trying to make you more stronger in terms of resilient enough for any kind of stressors, and they're trying to make you feel what you are from within, what potential you have from within. So, when you're dealing with job stresses many times overwhelmed with a lot of stresses in the job itself, learn to seek support, learn to delegate your task, learn to draw boundary and assertive communication, so that you are able to express yourself in a very assertive way without hurting yourself or others. It's always important that you strike a balance between you and the environment. So learn these coping mechanism which will help you to deal with the emotions when they come up next time. You become more stronger and they don't affect you henceforward in the same way. So, as I said, when you are dealing with them, learn from where this thought is coming, from where this reaction that I'm getting is. Is it a childhood trauma? Is it a hurt that I am not able to let go? Dwelling on these emotions makes it more unhealthy for you. Letting it go. And sometimes this you can't change anything. It just that the things are like it is. And you've got to accept that you can't control everything in life. The things are there and let them be. Let them go. Don't allow them to stay in your mind so much that it starts developing a kind of very, you know how when a stagnated water lies there for a longer period of time, it gets a very very dirty smell and it starts smelling a lot. Same even you're thinking and some event which are lying in your brain for a longer period of time, they start, you know, they start forming that kind of cancerous things inside your head, and that's when all the things on the body happens. So it's important you let them go. It's a temporary and it has happened, and now you're a stronger person. And for you to deal with them when it happens, it's important before that what you do. What are your outlets to form a healthy positive emotions within you? So whether it is in the form of exercise, whether it is in the form of meditation, whether it is form of travel, any activity that makes you feel fulfilled and happy within can form a base to deal with them with any kind of emotion that are not with you compliant with you in a better way. So see that what you're doing before the situation occurs and what you're doing when the situation occurs. Accept your emotions, let them be. It's okay sometimes if you're angry. It's okay sometimes if you're sad. It's okay sometimes if you're jealous. It's okay. Accept them and don't allow them to stay with you. Just let them go. And you will see the most beautiful you are. And when you learn the coping mechanism and coping skills to deal with them, they are no more negative. They're just your emotion and you accept them as you accept any other emotion in your life. Hope this video added some value to your life. I see a lot of people dealing with them and coping in a way which are just making them go in the circle again and again, rather than coming out of it as a person who has won everything in their life in a way like it's the most beautiful thing in your life. Saying so, hope you like this video. Do comment in the comment section, and thanks for watching this video. That inspires me to make more video for you. Thanks a lot. See you again.